So we are continuing with the chapter 3 force, and today the topic is force of friction. Now we will see the types of friction. We will study three types of friction: static friction, sliding friction, and rolling friction. First is your static friction. It exists when two surfaces try to move across each other but not enough force is applied to cause motion. What does that mean? You can see in the picture that a box is lying on the ground, and the surface of the box and the ground are in contact. That means there is a frictional force between the two. You apply the force to move the box, but there is no motion. So this frictional force between the box and the ground is resisting the force applied by you, and thus when there is no motion, we say and force is applied, we say that static friction is actually playing its role. Next is your sliding friction. Sliding friction exists when two surfaces slide across each other. That means you apply the force to the box starts moving. Now it is sliding on the ground, and the ground is still opposing this sliding motion, and ground is actually applying sliding friction. Next is rolling friction. You apply the force on a round object and it starts rolling on the ground. Now this rolling motion is resisted by the ground, and the ground applies the rolling friction. We will compare the three types of friction. I have taken this table from your book. It gives characteristics of three types of friction. The first characteristic point is the definition of all the three frictions. That means the static friction is in case when the two objects are not in motion, and sliding friction is when the object is moving and it is sliding over the other object. The rolling friction is when the one object is rolling over the other. While we'll see next point is that the force required to start moving the object. That means you want some motion in a static object. It is the object is in rest and you are applying force to get it moving. Likewise, in sliding friction, the object is already in motion, and to keep it in motion you are applying force. Likewise, in rolling friction, the object is rolling, and to retain that rolling motion you are applying force. Static friction is maximum because static friction is maximum, sliding friction is less than static friction, and rolling friction is even lesser than the sliding friction, so it is least. Why? Now we will see now why the static friction is most strong, because interlocking is very strong in case of static friction. So the two surfaces are in contact and they are nicely interlocked, and you want because the object is in rest and you want it to be moving, so it is this static friction is the maximum, while the sliding friction is lesser than static. Why? Because the object is already in motion, and due to this motion the interlocking is not that effective, so this sliding friction is lesser than the static friction. In rolling friction, you see that the interlocking is weak. Why it is weak? Because the contact surface is very less. The rolling or the round object has very little surface in contact with the ground, and that's why rolling friction offers least interlocking, and thus it is least in amount also. Now we will discuss this activity which clearly shows that static friction is more than sliding friction, and sliding friction is more than rolling friction. You place a book on a table and attach it with a spring balance, and you pull the book towards yourself. Now you see the reading in the spring balance, and this reading corresponds to the static friction reading. That means what is the force? The force applied correspond to the static friction. Next, the book start moving, and now you see the reading in the spring balance. The reading now correspond to the sliding friction. Now next you put the book on something round like glass balls or pencils, and then you pull the book and you see the reading. The reading now corresponds to the rolling friction. The reading will clearly show that it is maximum for the static friction. lesser for the sliding friction, and even lesser for the rolling friction. Now we will see if this force of friction is useful for us. We see many important uses of friction in our daily life. Like friction helps us to walk without slipping. What does that mean? That means you put your feet on the ground, and the ground applies frictional force on your feet, and this stops your feet from slipping. Likewise, friction is needed for braking. The tires are in motion and you apply brakes. The brakes stop the motion of the tires by friction itself. Likewise, when you hold something, yeah, like you hold a pen or anything, that requires the friction between the object and your hands. You write on paper, the friction helps us to write because friction works between the tip of your pen and the paper. Likewise, we rub a matchstick on the matchstick and it lights up because friction produces the necessary heat required to light it up. Likewise, if you want to fix a nail on the wall, you need to have friction, otherwise it will simply go inside and you will hit your fingers with the hammer. So friction is required in our daily life. We know that force of friction is useful for us. Here are some ways by which we can increase the friction. So basically we need to increase the roughness of the surfaces which are in contact. The more the surfaces are rough, the more will be the friction between them. So in order to increase the roughness, we have two ways, either creating grooves or treads on the rubbing surfaces. So you can see the grooves on the sole of a sole of a shoe. Likewise, there are treads on a tire, and these patterns increase the roughness of the surfaces. Next, we can increase friction by applying certain coarse substances. Like kabaddi players and wrestlers rub their hands with soil. So this soil increases their friction of their hands and improves their grip. Likewise, weightlifters and gymnasts use some coarse material to increase friction for better grip. So they are able to do such gymnastic moves efficiently by using these coarse material because it improves their grip. Here are some undesirable effects of friction, that means disadvantages of friction. So friction produces heat. So when the two surfaces are rubbing against each other, it causes heat, and this heat may cause fire in machinery or it may cause forest fires also. Next, friction produces noise. So when the two surfaces are rubbing against each other, there can be some sound also. So you see that the airplane going very close to the residential area, and it causes lot of noise pollution because of friction between the aeroplane and the layers of the air around it. So next, we know it wears out the rubbing surfaces. The soles of the shoes and the tires get worn out after some time, and it is because of the friction between these tires and the road, and the sole of the feet and the road or the ground. And likewise, friction reduces the speed, so you need to apply more force to drive a bicycle, and you need to maintain that force, maintain the speed by applying more force, because friction reduces the speed of everything which is in motion. Now that we have seen the undesirable effects of friction, here are some ways to decrease the friction. So decreasing the friction involves smoothing or making the surfaces even. So the surfaces which are in contact needs to be smoothened so that there is less frictional force. This smoothing is done by either polishing the surfaces. So you see that the wood is generally polished and so as to make it more smooth. Next, you apply oil or lubricants to the contact surfaces. The lubricants and oils make a small layer on the surface, and this layer is very smooth, and thus the friction is reduced. And then one more way is using ball bearing or wheels. So you have wheels under trolleys, and you have wheels under shoes, and it makes them roller skates. So roller skates move very fast on the road, and likewise when you roll a trolley, it is very easier to move. Why? Because now the sliding friction has converted into rolling friction, and rolling friction, you know, is less than sliding friction, and that's how the friction is reduced, because the surface area in contact is reduced.